Is responding to the White House FNC feud. Joining us from our New York studio, conservative pundit Coulter, author of the book Guilty: Liberal Victims and Their Assault on America. So, I'm asking everybody the same question. When you found out that the other networks helped us out on the payroll czar guy, Feinberg, what did you think?
I'm not surprised. I mean, there comes a limit even for other media. This is very strange what's going on. I thought it was because, as I wrote in my column this week, and as many people have suspected, it was to keep all of these government corruption stories that have been breaking on Fox from bleeding into the other media, like the Acorn story, like Kevin Jennings, like Van Jones, like what's the other one? Oh, the National Endowment of the Arts. I mean, it has been Fox News breaking all of these stories. Poor New York Times so wanted to accuse the people going after Van Jones of racism, but they couldn't because they hadn't told their readers who Van Jones is until he resigned. So that was too bad. So even the New York Times was remarking that we're going to start noticing what other news outlets are covering, and so naturally that was the first thing most people assumed, but I don't know, the media wasn't covering those stories anyway, and I really think it's just the absolute thin-skinnedness of Obama and this administration. I mean, look at the way he has been treated. He is treated like the Messiah.
But he might have won one because when the White House communications director said that Mao was one of her favorite philosophers, only Fox News picked it up. Nobody else picked that up. So the Obama administration, it looks like they're getting their they're taking some water here, but they might have won on that one.
I don't think so. I mean, I sort of beg to differ with Fox on, I don't know what the rest of the speech was, but I must say I've quoted Mao, and it seems to me the way she was setting the speech up.
Yeah, I didn't hammer her on it, but it was, if she had said Hitler was a good philosophy, because Mao and Hitler basically did the same thing. I mean, they rose up to power on the backs of the people. They're mass murderers.
Right.
And so there was an interesting juxtaposition, but you're right. I mean, the woman didn't want Anita Dunn, wasn't saying, the Mao's great guy. She was just saying, look what he did, and Mother Teresa did the same thing, and You're right. But it was controversial enough to be mentioned elsewhere, and it wasn't.
I guess that's right. I would not say the White House has won over this. I think the White House looks very bad. I think they can't resist themselves. But you had Obama. I mean, think of this campaign. We've all joked about it, but it has to be mentioned. You have the whole media just drooling over this guy, hoping he'll look at them and, oh, he's so cool, he's so cool. Meanwhile, poor little Sarah Palin is being treated like she's, Richard Nixon and Judge Bork combined. I'd say Muhammad Atta, but liberals don't really mind Muhammad Atta. Viciously going after Sarah Palin while Obama is treated like the Messiah. And he wins the Nobel Prize for doing, what was that again? What has he done? He posed for the family portrait today. So I think this is someone who has never been criticized. I mean, as Sean Hannity has remarked on, Sean and I are attacked in Obama's, I think it's his first or second book, by name. I mean, that's kind of a peculiar thing. The way they have gone after Rush Limbaugh, after Fox News, now after the Chamber of Commerce, these are absolutely thin-skinned crybabies. I really think that explains it more than, I don't know, trying to gin up their base or trying to prevent Fox News stories from bleeding. It doesn't matter if Fox News stories bleed because everybody's watching Fox.
Well, that's right. I mean, the unintended consequences to help us. So you believe that it's a personal thing, that they just don't want to hear criticism. When it comes their way, they're going to take steps to punish the people who criticize them. I think there is a little bit more to it than that. I think they're having a lot of trouble in Afghanistan. They're having a lot of trouble with the unemployment rate. They're having a lot of trouble with the health care definition. That's still, crazy. And they said, look, we can start this forest fire here. People look at the forest fire just like an accident, and they kind of forget about the other three things, particularly Afghanistan,
right,
which is outrageous. So it's and I'm not the first one to say this. It's a diversionary tactic.
You raise an interesting point. If my theory is correct, that they are thin-skinned crybabies, in particular the president himself, all of the problems you mentioned, plus Turkey, plus Russia, plus China, plus the unemployment rate going up, and the unemployment rate has gone up every month Obama has been president. 401ks are going down. What's going to happen when he's not the Messiah to the American people anymore? I think he always will be with the media. I think Michelle Obama will turn against him before the media turns against him. But what happens then? I mean, how will he react? react. That's interesting.
The media doesn't like this war on Fox. I mean, only the far-left kooks. They don't like it because, again, it puts them in a position whereby the executive branch power used against the media doesn't like that. I'll give you the last word, Ann.
Well, it's very strange, especially when you think of the grief George Bush came under, that Ronald Reagan came under, Richard Nixon. You can't imagine them going out and attacking specific media personalities this way. I mean, Dan Rather ran doctored National Guard documents to defame a sitting president in wartime. And Bush didn't say, don't listen to Dan Rather. It's really a crybaby thing to do and does not make the president look good when he needs to look good.
Thanks very much. We appreciate it. Plenty more ahead as a factor.